am so grateful to Sarah for entrusting me with the story of her most painful, intimate moments, and I'm grateful that I get to share those with you. And even more so, I'm grateful that in her time of need, we still lived in an Indiana where she could receive the necessary care. Because we no longer live in that Indiana. And a Hoosier woman in a similar situation now might not live to tell her story. We live in an Indiana molded by a dozen years of stolen, gerrymandered Republican supermajority legislatures and 20 years of GOP leadership in the governor's mansion. We live in an Indiana that respects the sanctity of life by forcing women to deliver children into a state with some of the worst maternal mortality rates and infant mortality rates. And if mother and infant both survive, best of luck, in a state with the worst access to affordable child care and among the lowest educational attainment, not to mention the dirtiest water and just about the dirtiest air, poor mental health, poor physical health, poor public health, and the second worst overall quality of life. Thanks for breaking our fall, Texas. We live in an Indiana where stranger things are afoot, and we've been sucked into an upside down where religious liberty means imposing your beliefs on others. Education, not indoctrination, means defunding public schools and funneling tax dollars into private Christian schools. And where pro-life means letting women die for want of medical treatment. This bizarro world is Mike Pence's Indiana. This is Todd Rokita's Indiana. This is Eric Holcomb and Todd Houston and Mitch Daniels, Indiana. And that's right, Mitch, don't think we forgot about you. We won't help launder your reputation as some sort of moderate centrist here. This is Dan Burton, Curtis Hill, and Karen Engelman's Indiana. This is Jim Banks, Indiana. This is Mike Braun and Micah Beckwith's Indiana. But what about our Indiana? Where we respect the art and science of teaching, pay our educators a salary they deserve, and let them do their jobs without threats from extremist groups. Where being pro-life does not end with birth, but begin there. With fresh air, clean water, and safe shelter guaranteed as rights because they are necessary for life. Where our elected officials don't believe that government is the problem, but can be a solution to some of our problems. But seriously, if you don't believe in the mission, why are you even there? And what about our Indiana with real religious liberty, where preachers stay in halls of worship and out of halls of power, where the border between church and state is secure? Build that wall.